AEVA is a maker of LiDAR sensors. The company was founded in 2017 by former Apple engineers Soroush, Salehian and Mina Rezk. The company has built a powerful software stack. This brings its perception platform to a range of industries beyond automotive, including consumer electronics, consumer health, industrial robotics, and security. AEVA makes its debut after two other LiDAR stocks, Velodyne and Luminar Technologies, went public. Other entrants into the market include Ouster and Innoviz Technologies. They are still pre-merger. You can find all those analysis on my channel. The market is placing a premium on LiDAR stocks. When LAZR went public after the merger, the stock hit $45 at its peak. InterPrivate Acquisition Corporation, New York Stock Exchange, ticker symbol IPV, is a special purpose acquisition company. IPV has entered into a definitive merger agreement with AEVA. Upon closing of the transaction, the combined company will be listed again on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol AEVA. AEVA CEO made an appearance on Jim Cramer's Mad Money. He explained the technological advantage of AEVA. Jim Cramer was highly impressed. He was asking the CEO to explain the case for other LiDAR manufacturers in the face of the superior technology of AEVA. That has created a pump for the stock. The stock has already touched $20 before the merger. The merger is expected to be completed at the end of the first quarter or the beginning of the second quarter of this year. Let's take a look at the technological advantage of AEVA. AEVA CEO Salehian said that achieving high performance is table stakes. Achieving high performance at an affordable cost is the holy grail. Light detection and ranging sensors, which are LiDAR sensors, emit laser light to measure the distance and generate an accurate 3D map of the world around the car. AEVA's founders have developed what they call the 4D LiDAR. In addition to measuring the distances, they also measure the velocity. This gives a 4D map around the car, all the while reducing interference from sun or any other sensors. AEVA's sensors work on a technology called frequently modulated continuous wave, or FMCW. This core technology is different from the ones used by Luminar and Velodyne, which are based on legacy time-of-flight technology. The core FMCW technology allows for a superior performance all the while consuming less power. This allows AEVA to fold in the perception software along with its sensors. In short, AEVA is the first sensing platform to provide groundbreaking 4D LiDAR on a chip, combining instant velocity measurements, long-range performance at affordable cost for the commercialization at scale. Let's take a look at the investors and the manufacturing partners of AEVA. AEVA has received strategic investments from Porsche SE, which is a major shareholder of Volkswagen Group. AEVA is collaborating with Volkswagen to roll out its LiDAR sensors on the next generation vehicle platform targeting 2024 production. Volkswagen CEO says that they expect to roll out autonomous cars on the market starting 2025. In 2019, AEVA announced a partnership with Audi's autonomous intelligent driving entity. AEVA has also partnered with multiple passenger car, truck and mobility platforms to bring its LiDAR sensors for mass adoption in autonomous applications. AEVA is in a production partnership with ZF, one of the world's largest automotive tier 1 supplier company to top OEMs, to bring LiDAR sensors from ZF's production plants. AEVA's expertise with the FMCW 4D LiDAR and ZF's experience with production of industrial-grade sensors represents a key partnership. ZF is a company with more than $40 billion of annual revenue. Denso is the world's second-largest automotive supplier, working closely with Toyota. Toyota nearly owns a quarter of Denso. Denso and AEVA have announced a partnership to bring the 4D LiDAR technology to mass market and prevent traffic accidents. This represents a huge market opportunity for AEVA in Japan and other Asia-Pacific regions. Let's take a look at the transaction details of the merger. The transaction includes $243 million of cash interest and an additional PIPE financing of $120 million from Edge Capital and Porsche. Recently, IPV has raised an additional $200 million of capital from Hong Kong hedge fund Celebra. Celebra has committed to a 1-year lock-in period and has agreed to vote in favor of the transaction. This has increased the probability of the merger transaction going through. This transaction provides $528 million of cash to AEVA to further its growth and expand across other verticals like consumer electronics, consumer health, industrial robotics, and security. Let's try to come up with a valuation for the AEVA stock. The total addressable market for LiDAR sensors is expected to be $200 billion by 2030. Most of the auto manufacturers are going for level 2 and level 3 autonomy until 2025. The real demand for LiDAR sensors will ramp up starting 2025 when Level 4 and Level 5 autonomy will go into production. The consumer electronics like cell phones and tablets will also have LiDAR sensors fitted in the future. Apple's iPad already has a LiDAR sensor. There are a range of other applications like medical imaging, wearables and surveillance systems where LiDAR technologies will play a huge role. The advanced machinery for construction and industrial robotics and advanced automated machinery will be using LiDAR sensors in the future. AEVA's 4D LiDAR is on a chip, consuming less power and providing perception platform. This gives it an advantage over other LiDAR sensors. If we look at the 2025 valuation, the management expects an EBITDA of $347 million. We will use a multiple of 15 times EV by EBITDA. This gives it a market cap of $5.205 billion, divided by the number of shares of 213 million. That gives $24 per share in 2025. The real adoption of LiDAR sensors is expected to start after 2025. For the long term, this represents a huge growth opportunity. I hope you found the video informational. I have also analyzed the Ouster digital LiDAR, which is the first digital LiDAR company. You should see it here on the end screen, and I hope to see you in that video. Thanks for watching.